Hello and welcome to another video by MyWorkingCapital. In today's video, we'll be going over some top tips and tricks to make sure your cover letter stands out from the crowd. We'll also be breaking down the cover letter which was used to successfully gain an internship at Goldman Sachs. Cover letters are just one aspect of an application. A good cover letter and a strong CV can go a long way to boosting your overall chances of succeeding in the role you're applying for. Now, before we break down the cover letter, here are our top tips. Keep it short. Hiring teams will no doubt sift through hundreds, if not thousands of applications, and it's your job to make it easier for them to quickly understand who you are and what you bring to the table. So make sure your cover letter is as concise as possible. We recommend keeping it to the length of one A4 page and no more than 3 paragraphs. Research. Researching the firm's values, its most recent news and much more will only help you write a stronger and more effective cover letter. The more specific and aligned to their core values your examples are, the better it is. Taking time to research the firm and the overall program you're applying to will make following the next tip that much easier. Don't regurgitate your CV. Your cover letter shouldn't simply repeat everything you've already stated on your CV. It should bring it to life. You can do this by making sure you focus on answering the following 3 questions. Why that firm? What is it about the firm's culture, position, and best practices that makes you want to work there? Is it their history? If so, specifically what about their history? Is it a particular program or initiative they run? If so, what makes it unique compared to the others in the space, and why does that motivate you to apply? You want to, as concisely as possible, show them that you've taken time to understand what they represent. Why that role? You want to show that you have some understanding of the role you've applied to, and that you understand what you could get out of the experience, but also, and this will be very important for later, what you can bring to that role as a result of your understanding. Is the firm leading in that business area? What makes you confident that that role is for you? What about the different projects and opportunities that this role represents that makes you sure that you want to apply for it? And finally, why you? What skills, attributes, experiences, talents, and much more could you bring to the role and the firm as a whole? Do you act? Have you started a business? Have you had a successful leadership role on a key project or a part-time job? What about you and your unique experiences do you feel will be of great benefit to both the firm and the role you're applying for? We mentioned earlier that being as personal and as specific as possible when writing a cover letter, the better it is. This is because firms want to know you've taken time to really learn about them. One way to do this is by mentioning an event you've attended or an employee you've spoken with, and how these conversations added to your motivation for applying to the firm. This tactic is one heavily applied in the cover letter we'll be breaking down in a moment. This is where messaging people on LinkedIn, reaching out to alumni who in the past or present work at the firm, and attending events such as Insight Days come in handy. Insight Days can go a long way in boosting your application by giving you the opportunity to meet employees and attend presentations that you can reference in the cover letter or add to your CV, so we highly recommend attending one. If you want to know more about Insight Days, be sure to check out our previous video where we break them down and share our top tips on how you can get the most out of them. Now, let's take a look at the cover letter. We'll break it down by looking at different sections and highlighting key lines and tools used by the candidate. Goldman Sachs asked prospective interns to complete a 300-word or less cover letter covering the qualities they would bring to the program and their motivations for applying to the firm. In other words, they're looking for a response that answers the 3 questions we covered earlier. Why you, why that firm, and why your chosen division or particular program. Our candidate starts off straight away by trying to answer why Goldman Sachs. With 300 words, there isn't time to waste. As you can see, the cover letter starts off very generic. It is by no means a unique opener. However, with the next line, this candidate instantly shows the reader that they've engaged with the firm. They mention 2 key events that they've attended and instantly relate it back to what skills and attributes they noticed and why this made them want to apply. This is why we recommend attending events. Referencing the events you've attended can help demonstrate your interest and help give you unique answers for why you've applied to that particular firm. In the next few lines, they get even more specific, highlighting key programs and initiatives that the firm has on offer and why this motivated them to apply, further demonstrating their research and interest. By the end of this section, they have shown they researched key areas of focus for the firm and they have named key programs and events they've attended, all linked back to the question of why Goldman Sachs. At the very least, what stands out is that this candidate has taken time to discover more about the firm, which can only help their application. This is where things get interesting. Our first tip was to be concise, and our second was to do your research, both of which have already been used effectively. And our final tip was to not repeat what's already on your CV. This applicant combines all 3 in this section. They're concise, citing simply which experiences they want the reader to know about so that they can refer to their CV for more information if needed. And they link those experiences to key skills such as teamwork and communication. They continue to complement their CV in this next section. They select an extracurricular activity that they're proud of and link this to a key skill. There are no throwaway sentences. This line attempts to make the applicant more memorable whilst giving further evidence as to why they should be selected, focusing on key skills that will definitely help them in the role and division they've applied to. What's good here is that the applicant is weaving it all together effectively. They've confidently answered why Goldman Sachs and they've built upon what's already on their CV, all in an effort to convince the reader that they have the potential to do well on the program they've applied for. At the end, the candidate makes it clear that all they want is a chance to grow, and firms love that. Oftentimes, internship candidates want to show that they're already perfect, and this can work against them. And there you have it, our breakdown of a successful applicant's cover letter for an internship at Goldman Sachs. A cover letter, like we said at the beginning, is just one part of an application. We hope this breakdown was helpful in giving you a basic understanding of how to write one. If you remember to always try and answer the 3 main questions and follow the rest of our tips, we're sure you do great. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe and comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd love for us to take a look at your cover letter or CV, be sure to send us an email and we'll try our best to get back to you. Our contact details are in the description down below. Until next time.